Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the highlights, you've heard the rumors, but now it's time to get the real scoop. We pull back the curtain on the world of sports entertainment and give you the unfiltered truth. From the biggest pay-per-views to the latest shocking headlines, you're locked in for the ultimate wrestling discussion. This is Between the Ropes, only on the Empty the Bench Network. Now, here's your host, Christy Wilson.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Between the Ropes here on the Empty the Bench Network. I'm your host. My name is Christy Wilson, and this show is definitely going to be one of those shows where you just never know. You definitely never know when it comes to what I have to say. So here we go. Let's get to the business at hand. There is the amazing ticker. You can follow this show at BTRETB. You can follow this network at ETB Network. You can follow me on my Twitter, at Writing Cat, of course. And the other big one, follow the show on social media at BTRETB. And then the next one, youtube.com/ETB Network. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We got all kinds of programming coming up. Of course, ETP Lounge, of course, is tomorrow. If you're a huge soccer fan, check out Empty the Pitch. They did their show this morning, so check that out. World Cup coming to an end. Oh, but you know what? It's been a blast. It's definitely been a blast. So let's get to one major bit of business at hand here. I just have to find the right sound effect for that. Where are you at? Where are you at? Let's see. Oh, I know where it is. Here we go. Yep. Here's the first big thing. If you have plans to go to Houston on November 28th, here's a reason why you could go. Is the big announcement here is, that's right, Survivor Series War Games set for November 28th in Houston, Texas. Yeah. It's definitely going to be one of those things. I have heard rumors that the War Games match, particularly on the men's side, is going to be Bloodline versus 5 Team WWE dudes. Probably one of them is going to be Cody Rhodes. The other is probably going to be CM Punk. You know what? Survivor Series is usually definitely a good pay-per-view, or PLE, if you want to call it that. Ooh, excuse me. Usually one of the better events, but let's face it, this is kind of getting a bit nauseating, even though there was only one year where Survivor Series War Games did not involve the Bloodline, and that was Team Cody versus Judgment Day, and that was the infamous day CM Punk came back and kind of stole the show from the winning team. It came back at the end of the match, and the crowd just lost their damn minds. Of course, we know the ticket prices are probably for this event are probably going to be insane, obviously. So, I want to get excited for this. I know it's not until November 28th, but I want to. I kind of feel like I can't. I just can't. WWE really needs to go in a different direction with these War Games matches. And in the women's match, if you put Io Sky in there, I mean, you're going to get a hell of a great match with her. That trash can where she does her moonsault with the trash can over her body and she's just knocking people out and everything like that. At the men's match, they got to change it up because this bloodline bullshit has been going on way too long. It's just been going on too long. So there's that. Another event happening, of course, in 2 weeks before Survivor Series, AEW is going to have Full Gear on, did you see the date? November 14th, and it's going to be this time in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, we don't know how this is going to turn out, but I am 100% sure, having watched Full Gear before, one of AEW's OG pay-per-views, debuted 2019 around this time. And it usually is a really, really good pay-per-view. Usually really good. They've had really memorable moments. And this one, I'm glad they kind of took this, because this pay-per-view is mainly taking place on the East Coast. It's kind of good they're taking it out to other parts of the country. I mean, Phoenix, not a bad place for it. I mean, it would be good if they did it in certain other places, but, I don't make the rules when it comes to scheduling pay-per-views in certain cities, that sort of thing. Hi, how are you, Ryan? Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh, you're excited for night? Yeah. Saturday night's main event is happening. I'm not going to preview that, but I am going to say the main event match, which is the tag team match, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk versus Gunther and Sami Zayn, is the only one I think you really need to keep an eye on, to be completely honest, because the stipulation involved that if Gunther and Sami win that match, they're going to get added to the SummerSlam match. It would turn into from Cody versus Punk to Cody versus Punk versus Gunther versus Sami. And we know the rules when it comes to these multi-man matches. Punk doesn't have to factor in to lose his title. Yeah, it does look like a good card, Ryan. I agree it does. But AEW Full Gear, we probably know Will Ospreay is going to win the AEW World title at All In London, and then he probably is most likely going to come into this event as the champion. Who he faces, I don't know, but we've got until November 14th to find out if he's coming in as champion, if he's leaving the event as champion, and what the rest of the card is going to look like. So there's all that. Oh, apart from the Roman, well, the only thing with Roman is he's coming out with Jalen Brunson of the NBA champion New York Knicks. And we got Kevin, Tony Khan, pages say bad things about WWE. Nope. Last time I checked my mailbox, dude, I did not see a paycheck. I did not see an envelope with a return address from Jacksonville, Florida. So, no, I'm not being paid to say bad things about WWE. I've just been personally disappointed in WWE, and it has nothing to do with AEW. So, yeah, Full Gear, Phoenix, should be good. Now, get down here a little bit. This next time, what did I get this time? Oh, KB, yeah. New Day versus Young Bucks and Phoenix. Hey, now you're talking. I like that. Oh, what? Wait a minute. I got to get Ryan's comment back up here. The matches most exciting are Cody, Punk, Gunther, Sami, and Dan. Yeah, Danhausen, I definitely think. Definitely Danhausen. That's going to be hilarious. If you saw him at Fanatics Fest, yeah, the Boogeyman came up, and I think he was very surprised by that. All right, buddy, I'm going to be very honest here. I'm not lying. And if you think I'm lying, I don't know what to tell you then. Bro, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, yeah, Danhausen is funny. Okay, I got to do something here real quick, Ryan. All right. All right, Kevin, since you have decided to accuse me of being a liar and claim Tony Khan is paying me, I don't know who. Tony Khan wouldn't know me from a hole in the wall, so goodbye. Tyler, hi. How are you? All right, so we got to get back to this. Let me get Tyler's comment off here. So get back to, now I'm going to go to the next topic I'm going to talk about, Rhea Ripley. Despite the fact Jalen Brunson autographed a chair for her, and he was very nice with what he wrote on there, calling her his favorite. It was very sweet. Remember the thing with Danhausen and Miz? That was funny. Okay, Ryan, you've been great commenting and everything. I'm going to get back to my topic, and let's talk about Rhea Ripley. I am, despite the fact I'm sure getting that chair with Jalen Brunson's face on the seat and getting it autographed by him at Fanatics Fest lifted her spirits. This is probably the reason why she's down. She has revealed why she hasn't been on SmackDown lately. is because she suffered a slight tear in her meniscus. That's of course, I am not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I don't play one on the show. Oh, maybe you're gonna go. Hey, go to Full Gear in Arizona, Tyler. You might have a blast. You might have a blast. Yeah, EO needs Rhea back. That would be great. That would be great, Ryan. No, you're good. You're good. It's just I want to keep everything on topic here. But Rhea's been out. Of course, I was gonna say, what is the meniscus? If you're not a doctor, and I'm not, but I watch too much Sports Center and learning about injury reports and everything like that. The meniscus is the cushioning between your kneecap and your shin bone. If you tear it, it sucks. You can get surgery to fix it, but if you completely tear it and you tear it out, you are likely to get arthritis because of its bone against bone, and it sucks. Oh, you just described. Thank you, Ryan. You actually live in Arizona, Tyler. Nice, very nice. But back to Miss Rhea Ripley. She has a slight tear in her meniscus. That's why she hasn't been on SmackDown defending the title. So all you knuckleheads out there in the IWC complaining and bitching, shut up. She has a reason. I don't know if Rhea's going to return at SummerSlam, because here I'm going to give you the answer on that one, Ryan, which is, see if I can find the article. I did post it in here. Of course, this broke 1 hour before SmackDown yesterday. Adam Pearce announced that an interim WWE Women's Champion will be crowned in a ladder match at SummerSlam, and they've already started qualifying matches. I know one match got some people pretty pissy, and it's Tiffany Stratton beating JC Jane of Fatal Influence. And of course, understandable. Tiffany has the United States title. I am a big proponent of, if you're going to do these sort of things, you've got to pick people who do not hold belts. That's sloppy on WWE's part. Hi, Cortland. How are you? So I don't think Rhea's coming back at SummerSlam. She is probably going to come back a little later if she gets medically cleared, so that whoever is the interim WWE Women's Champion can go up against Rhea, who is the linear champion. If you don't know the terms interim and linear, I do suggest watching something like Fight IQ with Tom Albano, because he knows this stuff. It's MMA, and he knows that lingo better than me. Would I like to see AJ Lee versus Rhea? Should say, yeah, I think that would be a cool idea. I mean, it gives AJ Lee a challenge. I mean, she's very tough, very dominant. So that would be something. That would definitely be something. I like that idea, by the way. So I got to say hi to the 118 people watching me live. Hi, how are you folks today? I hope you're having a nice Saturday. Katie. Okay, all right. If you did not have anything to do with that Nia Jax match last night on SmackDown, KB, who did? Who booked it? Do you want to tell me? Tell me, KB. I promise I won't. Well, then again, I'm live, so I may say something about it. All right. We're going to get to something that's really, really cool. AEW is going to have their pay-per-view event, AEW Redemption in Montreal. And they're going to do something really cool at their pre-show or kickoff show, whatever you want to call it, called the Buy-In. And they are going to be honoring one of pro wrestling's most prolific families. You know, the whole thing with the prolific type of wrestling families, like, the Flairs, the Harts, the Rhodes, Cody Rhodes intro. When he does his entrance, his song begins with "Wrestling has more than one royal family." That is very true. True, yeah. Big Nose Paul Levesque, Triple H. Thank you. Oh, countdown begins at 12:30. Oh, you're in the UK, Ryan? That's awesome. So I think Saturday night's main event, the main card starts at 1 a.m. your time. So it would be it's going to be coming up in about 46 minutes over here in the United States for me. But it's the Rougeau family. If I butchered the name, I am so sorry. But they are one of Canada's most prolific wrestling families. They've been around for years, starting with Jean Rougeau. Get this now. Buddy Matthews has been hurt all of this, but I hope Okay, on the Buddy Matthews thing, Tyler, I'm going to say he has been medically cleared, and I'm sure that lifted his real life wife Rhea Ripley's spirits as well. So I'm sure she's happy. I think when and if he comes back to AEW, and I think he's going to do it at if he's going to be coming back, I'm thinking Redemption might be one place where he can come back, which is what I'm talking about. Oh. What's the match I'm most excited for tonight? If you're talking about Saturday night's main event, Ryan, I would probably go the tag match. Tag match is something. But I'm going to get back to my topic here on the Rougeaus. It started with a Jean Rougeau. His brother Jacques, and then he had Jacques and Ray coming along in wrestling. Ironically, funny thing, when Jacques Rougeau Jr. started his wrestling, oh God, I'm reading the one part here because I really had to do my research on this family in particular because I'm not super familiar with them. If come back and be, yeah, probably. We are part of another royal family. KB, yes, we are. We are part of another royal family, a dysfunctional family, but a family nonetheless. Yes, exactly. Let's get back to the Rougeaus. I had to do my research on this because as much as I've been a pro wrestling fan, like Jacques Rougeau Jr. is someone I'm not super familiar with, but they're going to honor him and his family at Redemption. In 1991, he started a singles career. He was known as the Bounty. Yep, and he was an Intercontinental Championship, and then he formed the Quebecers with Pierre Oliette, and they won the tag team titles 3 times in WWF before it became WWE. So the Rougeau family has been doing its thing for years. And he ironically, his three sons, I think 2 of them are in wrestling. His nephew, Dennis Gauthier, is a former defenseman from the NHL. I mean, my God. But yeah, his brother Ray, he was in WWE for the Fabulous Rougeaus, and ironically, he's a politician. So I think he's going to be there. And, I think 2 of Jacques' sons are in. Let me take a look. Like I said, I am not super familiar with this family. I really am not, and I really feel stupid. So I'm going to go to the family tree. So, do we know all about that? So to so basically, he teamed up all 3 of I think is Jacques Rougeau Jr.'s 3 sons are involved in wrestling. So, like I said, yeah, Jean-Jacques, Cedric, and Emil are all in that sort of thing. So I think just the fact that their contribution, yeah, you always thought Canada had one royal family, the Harts. Yeah, I thought so too, KB, but I was surprised to learn about this, and I'm like, whoa. So something tells me this was Tony Khan's idea, and Tony Khan is a big wrestling geek. I'm sure his mind absorbs wrestling knowledge. He's like a wrestling encyclopedia. Well, clearly, but I didn't know a member of the Rougeau family was the Mountie, which sounds hilarious, but hey, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. So, but yeah, this is definitely a prolific family, just like the Harts, like the Rhodes, the Anawahis, the Flairs, the McMahons. What can I say? What's your favorite male superstar and favorite female superstar? Favorite male superstar right now, Ryan, is Cody Rhodes. My favorite female superstar, that's a tough one, if I'm being 100% honest. It's tough. That's definitely tough. Favorite female superstar at the moment is Stephanie Vaquer. I couldn't tell you my all-time favorites because that's a little tough because I have a lot. We could get back to this one. But yeah, this is really, really awesome that AEW is going to do this. And they've done this before, honoring, think about it. The Owen Hart Cup tournament, that is named in honor of Owen Hart. That's honoring Owen Hart's memory. So this is cool. Now another one. Besides him getting bitch slapped by the GOAT Tom Brady at Fanatics Fest, You like LA Knight, Paige, and Soul Ruka. I like Soul Ruka too, Ryan. And LA Knight, that dude needs to have the rocket strapped to him and he needs to be pushed to the goddamn moon. I don't care. And Paige, I am glad she's back. So we're going to get to this. Like I said, besides getting bitch slapped by Tom Brady at Fanatics Fest, because guess what? I think Tom Brady is of the mindset of, fuck you, Logan Paul. You ain't shit. You never been shit. Turns out Logan Paul is talked about how his recovery from a triceps injury suffered is ahead of schedule. I'm like, what? What kind of fucking doctors does this dude have? That's what I'd like to know. What kind of doctors do you have? You like Obafemi as well? Yeah, I do too. I gotta get back to this. Logan Paul. He ain't shit. You've heard me say that God knows how many times on this program, on any other program that I've appeared on where the topic turns to him. Yeah, his recovery and rehab from a triceps injury is ahead of schedule. His arm's still in a brace. Well, actually, he was not in a brace when Tom Brady decided to bitch slap him. Now, I love Danhausen too. I gotta get back to Logan Paul here, Ryan. Hold on there. But yeah, or is this what we're gonna? Oh God, that burp was horrible. I'm sorry. Ooh, it's getting cloudy out here, so I gotta close these blinds. But besides getting bitch slapped by Tom Brady at Fanatics Fest, like I've said before, Logan Paul is recovering rehab from this triceps injury he suffered, is going ahead of schedule. I don't know what kind of doctors he has. I don't know what kind of meds he had. I don't know what kind of surgical procedure he went through. I don't even know if he even underwent surgery. I know his arm's been in a brace. I know he's played more of the role. He's able to come back and play a part with the Vision, even though he can't wrestle right now at the moment. You did like Joe Hendry, Ryan? I like Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Okay. That makes me wonder if it's ahead of schedule, are we going to get Logan Paul versus Tom Brady? If we do, Mr. Brady, kick this bitch's ass, please. I think there's a lot of us here who really, we don't care for Logan Paul. I don't even care for Logan Paul, if I'm being 100% honest with you here. I've always thought he seemed like an oddball to be in WWE because let's face it, yeah, he's done boxing. I get that. His brother Jake, of course, a boxer, runs MVP Promotions. Fuck you, Jake Paul, you bitch. Yes, thank you, Joe Hendry. Thank you. I still think Joe Hendry needs to release that song as a single. And KB, did you see on Joe Hendry's Instagram is a picture of him and Tom Brady's right next to him? You need to check it out. I like both Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. I think they're both great GMs there, Ryan. I can't pick one over the other. It doesn't seem fair. But yeah, Logan Paul, I'm glad your recovery from this injury is ahead of schedule, and hopefully you take every precaution necessary, because I don't think you want to tear that tricep again to where you have to have surgery and then you're really screwed. You really don't want to do that. And by the way, like I said, Tom Brady, kick his ass, please. I'm begging you. Oh my God. You prefer Nick Aldis? Okay. Who's the GM of NXT? Robert Stone. Robert Stone is also one of the commentators in WWE Evolve on Tubi if you're interested, Ryan. So go ahead and check him out there. Now, I'm going to get to something else that happened. I'm honestly... I got to think... Wait a minute. No, it's going over there right now. Yeah, this guy I've been following for a long time. He's on Twitter, @TheDrainmaker. According to Post Wrestling, and I'm going to get the banner up for this so you know what the heck I'm talking about. AEW is suing the production company Ring Productions LLC because they're alleging that more than $105,000 in sponsorship fees for promoting this movie are long overdue. Now, excuse me, please. Now, the Ring Productions LLC signed this is according to the tweet from Drainmaker here. He says, Ring Productions LLC signed a sponsorship deal in January 2025, agreeing to pay AEW approximately $350,000 in exchange. Queen of the Ring got sponsored matches on AEW programming and other benefits. According to this lawsuit, the company still owes remaining $100,000 in sponsorship fees plus $5,000 in contractual talent travel expenses. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, and I cannot find, I think the commentators, maybe Michael Cole and Corey Graves or Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. I'm going to get back to this. Now, we got to keep this on top. We got to keep this on topic here. Now, you got to think about it. If you've seen Queen of the Ring, I'm still trying to find a good streaming platform to watch it on because I haven't seen it and I would like to. Apparently, you think about it this way. You had two wrestlers who were under AEW contract appear in that film. Wade Barrett, Michael Cole. Okay. Got to get back to the movie here, dude. Now, like I said, I haven't seen it. Don't give me any spoilers or anything like that, but I'm going to get to this part. You had two contracted AEW wrestlers who appeared in this film. One was Camille, and the other was Toni Storm, who both appeared in this movie. Now, if this is true, then I think that's pretty shitty on Ring Production LLC's part to not pay the remaining $105,000. Do I think this goes to trial? Yeah, no, I don't actually. I think it's going to end up getting settled. It's probably going to get settled out of court. Because as far as I'm concerned, you don't sign a deal, and if you sign a contract, you got to fulfill the obligations of that deal. You can't just cut and run like that. And that's what I'm kind of getting the impression with Ring Productions LLC is they decided to say sayonara. And let's face it, Queen of the Ring was promoted on AEW television, which I 100% get. Like I said, Toni Storm and Camille were both in this film, and it's based on a true story. Oh, the countdown show's on now? All right. But let's face it, if you're gonna ask a major promotion that has two of its wrestlers appearing in your film and you want to sponsor it and you want to be sponsored and promoted, fulfill the obligations. That's it. No more of this shady bullshit. Pay the $105,000 or settle out of court. If you don't want to pay it, then you're going to go to trial. And I don't know if they want to do that. I really don't. But that's on one part. Now, since I'm mentioning acting, Hollywood, that sort of thing, this really caught me by surprise here. Yeah, WWE partnering with the app Real Short on a live-action microdrama. Wrestlers like Drew McIntyre, Joe Hendry, and Jacob Fatu will be appearing in what is probably going to be one of these live-action microdramas that I see this stuff on TikTok all the time, like these 50 to 60 episode microdramas on TikTok. They become really, really popular. They're literally all over the place. And the idea of them doing this, I mean, geez, what is it? Is McIntyre or Hendry going to be someone's love interest? Like she divorces her husband and finds true love with either one of those two? It's possible. I've seen a lot of those stories where it's like, oh, your ex-wife is a trillionaire heiress, or like, how dare you dump her? She's actually worth $1 billion. Something like that. And the stories are interesting. Yes, some of them are badly overacted. Do I like this idea? You know, it's expanding their horizons, I guess you could say. It definitely expanding their horizons. So, and sure, this will give someone like Drew McIntyre's already doing some acting. I don't. If Joe Hendry is probably interested in wanting to do some acting. Jacob Fatu, I'm sure he'd like to do some acting. I mean, shit, you have The Rock is a big megastar. Roman Reigns has done some acting work in that family. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, if I get a preview on TikTok, for example, Real Short, and this drama features any one of the three wrestlers I mentioned, I'm gonna probably laugh because, you know, I've seen enough of this stuff on TikTok. I like to think I know what I'm getting, but I'm sure it's going to be something a little unexpected. But we'll see what happens. If you have Real Short, keep your eye out for this live action original microdrama that they're going to be doing, hopefully coming soon to your Real Short app or your TikTok account. It's coming soon. Okay. That's a little crazy. Okay. 144 people watching me live. Hi, everybody. I hope you all are having like I said, I hope you all are having a great Saturday, and I hope you're enjoying the show, because now I'm going to get into something here. Yep. If you were watching myaew.com or TSN up in Canada, this past Thursday, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling debuted their show MLP Mayhem at 1 a.m. Eastern. So I actually watched it on myaew.com. Also coming soon, me going to sleep on Saturday night's main event. Hey, whatever works for you, KB. But MLP Mayhem debuted on my AEW TV here for us in the States and TSN up in Canada. It debuted Thursday, 1 a.m. Eastern, so it was about 11 p.m. My time here in the Mountain Time Zone. I did watch it, and I will review it for you. It's actually pretty good. Seeing and hearing Mauro Ranallo back doing play-by-play, I miss him. Oh God, I miss Mauro. One of my all-time favorite combat sports commentators. I mean, he does play-by-play so well. Put him in have him doing MMA or boxing, pro wrestling. I mean, he can do it. He gives it his all every time. And of course, yeah, Don Callis as his broadcast partner. I think Don Callis was kind of switching off and on, switching between his AEW character persona and being a commentator. I mean, look, Callis has done commentary before in the past. He's done it at Impact or TNA when he was working in that for that company behind the scenes and at the commentary desk. And he's done Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling stuff. He was doing, like, they got their Northern Uprising event coming up in October. MLP should yeah. I could definitely see that happening, KB, considering there was a good number of AEW talent that's worked Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, including one former AEW talent, Stu Grayson, who's the interim Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling World Champion, because Josh Alexander, the linear champion, is out with an injury. We know in AEW, Josh Alexander is part of the Don Callis family. Of course, Rashawn Raja attacked Stu Grayson in the parking lot at St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. It sounds like they added a touch of NXT in there, because they always say bad shit happens in the NXT parking lot at the Performance Center. So, but other than that, really, really good. The main event was Giselle Shaw versus Big Alice Crawley. You know, Alice Crawley did a really nice job, held her own against Giselle, but Giselle Shaw was just too good. Definitely too good. And eventually, we know Giselle's probably going to drop that championship. You know, the quintessential diva is going to have to drop that championship at some point. I don't know who you could put her up against. I'm sure there are individuals. I mean, I know many of you out there, including some of you people in the chat, like KB, for example, and Ryan and Tyler, can let me know who they would like to see Giselle Shaw face in a championship match for the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling Canadian Women's Championship. But like I said, really good. I was impressed. Can you imagine Mauro Ranallo, Excalibur, and Jim Ross doing Forbidden Door next year? Oh my God. KB, you just put the idea in my head. Mauro, yes. Excalibur, yes. Jim Ross, if he's healthy and up to it, then definitely I think that would work. But like I said, it would. Okay, I don't know. I couldn't read that first word, Ryan. Sorry, you're gonna have to respell it. But yeah, this was really good. I was very impressed. Very impressed. I mean, they even had grizzled young veterans there in a tag team match, and they showed how great they've been. I mean, they've been doing this for a long-ass time. Since I remember watching them in NXT UK when they were the first ever NXT UK tag team champions. So I think There's going to be a lot of really great stuff happening. What was I on about? Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. That's what I was talking about. Okay, Danhausen. Too bad. I don't have any human monies. I wish I did. Okay, I've got to get to the next topic. Lordy, lordy, lordy. That's right. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Big Cass. Either you knew him as before he was. Oh my God. I'm a little bit flustered. And no, I'm not cursed. But then again, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan said that too. Look what happened to them. Ha 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 ha. What do I know? All right. So your eyes are not deceiving you. Big Cass, who WWE was part of a tag team with Enzo Amore. They had a chance to win championship. If you remember WrestleMania 33, I think their opportunity went out the window when the Hardys came back. The Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, came back. So, and then they had Cass turn on Enzo. He was supposed to have a singles run. He got injured. That didn't happen. He later left. He dealt with dealing with mental health issues, addiction issues, stuff happening in his personal life. He was able to come back and to particularly TNA under the ring name W. Morrissey. Then he goes to AEW. He later becomes Big Bill. He of course is married to Lexi Nair, who works for AEW as an interviewer. But he is going to be coming back as Big Cass on August 3rd on the Raw after SummerSlam, which should be interesting. Now, I know many are wondering, does this mean Enzo Amore comes back? I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Now, Big Cass coming back, hopefully this run this time around is better than the first time, because he was being considered for, if I remember reading this correctly, he was considered for a singles run with the mid-card title, like the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship, before his knee injury. And like I said, he was dealing with mental health issues. He was dealing with stuff in his personal life before going to AEW and then, finding love with Lexi Nair, who's now his wife. So I am just hoping that WWE treats him better and books him better than they did this time around. And hopefully, I know he will probably do everything in his power to stay as healthy as possible, knowing what happened the last time when it comes to his physical health. I think he had a knee injury, and that really fucked everything up for him. So I am really, really surprised by that. But as for Enzo Amore coming back, I don't know. I mean, if he does come back, first thing he's going to say is, how you doing? And he'll let us know Big Cass is 7 feet tall and you can't teach that. So we'll see if he comes back. No, I did not say 6'7", Ryan. I said 7 feet tall. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. I just hope this run this time around is a good one for Big Cass, because God knows he needs it. Yeah, he did have success in AEW. He was tag team champions with Ricky Starks, now Ricky Saints in WWE. Could he and Ricky team back up? Possibility. Possibilities are endless. Well, it's time to start asking people how you doing, spell soft. SAWFT. Yes. Yes, absolutely, KB. Oh, Trick Match Countdown. Okay. Yeah, I know Trick Williams has a match for the United States title. I think he's going to retain it, Ryan. So, okay, Big Cass. He's coming back. And all I got to say is, welcome back. Let me get down here. So, this one, if you watched Collision last week, and I did recommend, when I did the preview for that last week, I did recommend people do that. Hangman Adam Page opened the show, and he decided to honor the stipulation that had been put on him by MJF at their title match at Revolution, where if Hangman lost, he would never challenge for the AEW World title ever again. Well, last week on Collision, he is honoring that, And he says he's not going to challenge for the AEW World Title ever again, but he does intend to compete for other titles. I mean, let's face it, he's a Triple Crown champion. He's been tag team champions with Kenny Omega. He's been the world champion twice. Was trios champions with Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin the Jet Knight. Now, if he wants to do another tag team run, he has his choice of partners. He could go for the TNT Championship. He could probably go after. He could challenge Kevin Knight for that title if Knight does not loses to Kenny Omega at Redemption for the world title. So there's that possibility right there, because the TNT title, Hangman's never held that. No, I'm not going to say it. You're not going to make me say it. But there's other titles that Hangman go. He can challenge Kyle Fletcher for the International Championship, because Hangman's never held that either. Another one that Hangman can go for, of course, is the National Championship. Depends on who's walking out of Redemption with that title. It's either Mark Davis retaining, or it's Andrade winning his first singles championship in AEW. Winning his first ever title in AEW. He hasn't won one before since he's been in this promotion. Not the first time he was there, and not this time around either. So, I think Hangman's got options. You know, tag titles, trios titles, TNT, international, and national championships. Like I said, tag team, he can pick. He has his pick of tag team partners. It depends on who he clicks with. Same with trios. I mean, if he wanted to team up with the Young Bucks, he could do that. Or if he wanted to team up with Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, the Jurassic Express, he could do that too. Look, Hangman, with these 5 championships available to him, can basically do anything he wants. But I would say, oh, wait a minute, KB has some. Hangman said he never challenged me to never said anything about the Ring of Honor. Ooh. Hangman versus Bandito? Huh. He could also go for the Pure Championship, the Ring of Honor Television Championship. He's going to have to rip it from Leo Rush's cold dead hands, of course. So Ring of Honor, maybe Hangman could go over there and see what he can do. If he wants to stay in AEW, like I said, he's his 5 championships he can go after. Sounds to me like he wants to go after the TNT title, held by his former tag partner Kevin the Jet Knight, who's now part of the Don Callis family. Come on, Kev, you. No. Love of God, no. No. I don't like that. No, I don't. I hate it. Don Callis family overbloated. 18 minutes till the match. Yeah, thank you. But look, KB mentioned Ring of Honor titles. Yeah, Hangman can go over there if he wants to and see if he can match up with anyone there. I mean, him versus Bandito for that Ring of Honor World title, that's pretty damn awesome. I would like that. Maybe a Death Before Dishonor? Definitely something to consider. But like I said, he's got other options available to him. It depends on which championship, whether it's AEW or Ring of Honor, which one does Hangman want to go for? That's the main thing. It's fine. Sorry, I don't have that black stuff coming out of my mouth. It's fine. God damn. But yeah, Hangman. Whichever title you go for, dude, you know people are going to be cheering for you, that's for sure. Oh, God. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to watch Saturday night's main event, I did mention the big... Oh, my God, I just got this picture here. I'm going to show it to you. It's on my phone. I've mentioned Fanatics Fest sporadically throughout the show in relation to certain things that have been happening, in relation to certain topics or certain individuals that I've been talking about. Who'd have thunk this would happen? Yep. Roman Reigns, who, by the way, has a nice jump shot, but his three-point shooting needs work. And Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. Who'd have thunk that would have ever happened? I swear to God, that is fucking cool. That is so cool. And KB, you and I know someone who would approve of this. You would definitely approve of this. Oh, and by the way, fuck you, Trey Young. You ain't shit. How dare you rip up Brunson jersey at Fanatics Fest? You're in New York, you asshole. So, I gotta send this message real fast. It's as I know a Knicks fan. He will like this a lot. He will like this a lot. But 150 people watching me live. Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope you're still enjoying the show because I got a little bit more to go. But I do have one segment that I'm sure is going to put a smile on your face. I had her as a wrestler of the week, but then things happened. I had to pull her out. But Shotzi Blackheart finally gets her moment. She is the Major League Wrestling Women's Champion. She's been in WWE. She did win the NXT Women's Tag Team titles with Athena when Athena was Ember Moon in WWE. Shotzi is just flat out freaking cool as hell. I mean, she loves horror movies. It's not my favorite thing, but you know what? I don't judge anyone who likes that genre of film. So she's been doing all that stuff. She's just got a cool personality. This woman, even when she got married, on her wedding night, went to work a WWE house show on her wedding night in her dress after she and her husband got married at a chapel in Vegas. So, I mean, definitely had no time for a honeymoon or anything. I mean, this woman even went so far as she shaved her head. They did a storyline where I don't remember who she was feuding with. I think it might have been Bayley. Bayley cut a piece of her hair. So because Shotzi's sister was battling cancer at the time, doing chemo and radiation, Shotzi decided to shave her head, and it caused her to go bonkers. Excuse me. She's been in a Money in the Bank ladder match. I think it was 2022, if I remember correctly, with Shotzi, where Liv Morgan won the briefcase, but Shotzi Blackheart was part of that match, and she did pretty good. She's been in War Games matches and NXT. Like, Shotzi's done a lot. Oh, Scott D'Amore. You better do this. KB says book it, and I'm recommending you do that too. Oh God, Shotzi versus Giselle would be fantastic. So yeah, I mean, heck, Shotzi even, I think, has a match coming up. If I can, I'm going to look it up really fast. I know I have it, but Shotzi definitely has. Whew. But yeah, I think she's got title for title. I don't know if Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is going to work with Major League Wrestling. That depends on if the guys in charge put their heads together and decide to make this a possibility. So we'll see about that, KB. But Shotzi, she's got a match coming up. I've got it right here. I'm scrolling through right now. I know what it is. Let's see. I know it's with House of Glory, where she's going to be putting her title on the line. So, but I know that her House of Glory championship on the line and everything. I know she's been interacting with Leo Rush. It's fine. That's too funny. Oh yeah, here it is. I got it right here. Yeah, it's House of Glory Wrestling. It's a women's championship match. Shotzi's gonna put her House of Glory title on the line against Shayna Baszler on August 7th at HOG High Intensity. So, oh man, I would say Shotzi, you better be careful because Shayna Baszler is the submission queen. So she will probably twist your ankle like that, or she'll take your arm, and I don't mean to do this, but she'll probably like twist it like this or something, or she'll just try and bend your limbs and joints at angles they're not supposed to. So be careful there, because Shayna's tough. He is a very tough woman, I will tell you that much. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to get off this, but Shotzi, finally, she's my wrestler of the week. Ugh. Oh, we got Tekla versus Wait. Okay, KB, where did you hear Tekla versus Shotzi? Or is this like fantasy booking? What is it? What is it? I gotta get my game face on here because oh my god. Yeah, now she's been my wrestler weekend. Now she's in the roast to wrestler segment. Jade Cargill. Where do I begin with you? You come to AEW. I mean, I'm surprised I've never seen you look like a freaking bodybuilder. I mean, your physique is holy shit. But in your first ever pro wrestling match is a tag match where you had your tag team partner was Shaquille O'Neal against Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet. Oh, KB. Okay. Alrighty, KB. But oh my god. Let's get back to Jade. Jade, you went through AEW. You were the first ever TBS champion, held that title 509 days until Double or Nothing 2023. You lost to Chris Statlander. You later have a rematch with her for that championship. She beat you again. You left AEW with a record of 60-2, 2 losses to the same woman. You go to WWE. Clear, I think you were using AEW to get to WWE because I did hear one story where, hold on. Seriously, Jade has everything you want a superstar, and then they ring the bell. Yes, it's true. Let's face it, Jade has the athleticism, she has the look, she has the aura, she has the charisma, but she is lacking in so many things. Experience is big, because one thing pissed me off during her TBS title run in AEW, she was going up against women with more experience and just squashing them. Just flat out squashing them, and I didn't honestly think that was fair at all. I really didn't. And then you bring her to WWE. The worst thing WWE did was they decided not to let Jade, work her butt off in NXT, because I really think the wrestlers there really would have helped her out a lot. Yeah, Jade has everything you want to see, the look, the entrance, and then they ring the bell and you get it. Yeah, every time. I mean, Jade is not great in the ring. Yeah, does a good pump kick, but her finisher Jaded is overdone. It's basically she took Beth Phoenix's finisher, the Glam Slam, and turned it into Jaded. And think about this. Taya Valkyrie, when she left TNA, went to AEW, did what she calls Road to Valhalla. They tried to get Taya not to use that move because Jade threw a damn hissy fit about it. But Jade has the intangibles, but she's lacking in a lot of other things. Like I said, she probably would have benefited busting her tail in NXT, where a lot of the female wrestlers there, many of them have experience from the indie scene, could have helped put Jade over, helped her get better in the ring. She could have taken the promo classes to get better with her promo skills and everything else. But I think WWE was so, dazzled by Jade's look, her athleticism, everything. They gave her a badass entrance. A storm is coming. And Jade looks like she's cosplaying a Storm from X-Men. I mean, she's got the hair and everything. Yeah, we know she wears a wig because it almost came off during one match in particular. And I think that's more at fault of Jade, unless the hairstylist or anyone in the hairstyling department of WWE didn't know there are certain tricks you can do to wear a wig where you can fly around and it's not going to fall off your head. I think Cardi B has used these tricks before because I've seen video of how she can throw her head around while wearing a wig and it doesn't come off. No, I don't think Paul Heyman could save Jade either. KB, I really don't. So, but Jade, yes, you've been a tag team champion with Bianca Belair until you were attacked by, later revealed to be Naomi. You had one really great epic moment where I think it was Elimination Chamber where you told Liv, you didn't attack me, this bitch did, and you went after Naomi. Now, did cause a problem. Yeah. And then you beat Tiffany Stratton Women's World title. You should not have won that damn thing, Jade. Because let's face it, you were not a great champion. You had one major title defense, before you lost it to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And that was against Jordan Grace, who's now in fucking catering, which is tragic as far as I'm concerned. At least Jordan Grace was in NXT. TNA, then NXT. Let's face it, Jade. You're green as fuck. You seriously lack experience. Let's face it. You came into pro wrestling in general as Shaq's tag team partner against Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet in a storyline. And you ended up becoming part of the receiving end of Brandy Rhodes saying, "Who the hell told you tonight was open night, my bitch?" Still good, by the way. That's classic, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, free Jordan Grace, exactly. I mean, Jordan Grace deserves way better. I think since she's been on the main roster, KB, she's been screwed over. And I think that match against Jade was one of the things that really screwed her over. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And now you want a chance to be the interim women's champion in the ladder match at SummerSlam, to hold the belt until probably Rhea Ripley beats your ass in a unification match and takes the belt and holds both of them up while laughing in your face. Let's be clear, Jade. I like you. I do like you. Don't get me wrong. I do like you. But you're so inexperienced. It's nauseating. I can't. It's hard for me to handle, because you basically made the decision. WWE majorly fucked up with you. You should have gone to NXT, started there, worked your way up, and then go to the main roster. Why? Why did they put you on the main roster where they were like, "Oh, we better get this bitch in here, like, right now"? That's not the way to do it. She needs to get the work in. And as far as I can say, I don't know. I do not know. I am pissed off about this. Jade, I think you got a lot to offer, but the problem is you're so inexperienced. You're botching moves. I mean, it's ridiculous. Should you have beaten Tiffany Stratton for the women's? No, you shouldn't have. And now you're trying to recreate your old faction from AEW, the Baddies, but instead of Layla Gray and Kiera Hogan, you got Michin, Mia Yim, and B-Fab? Come on now. It wouldn't surprise me if next year Jordan Grace and Johnny Gargano are on the budget cut list and Tony Khan should be waiting with open arms. Yes, absolutely. Especially with Jordan Grace, I think she can add. I think being in AEW might be what Jordan needs. And heck, it might give Jordan a chance to work with Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, because if I remember this carefully here, and if you were watching MLP Mayhem on Thursday, KB, you can confirm it for me. Stu Grayson was actually facing Jordan Grace's real life husband, Jonathan Gresham, in the first match on that show. So that's one thing. So, Jade, I'm so disappointed. I call them the not so bad. No, yeah, because they're not so baddies. I mean, yeah, Mia Yim calls herself HBIC, which is head baddie in charge. But B-Fab, not a baddie. Not as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I got to get to something. If you have decided you're not in the mood for Saturday night's main event, which is on Peacock and coming up in 2 minutes, this also is coming up in 2 minutes, and that's AEW Collision. I've got the preview, I've got the card, and I'm going to highlight 2 matches in particular for you. They're both title matches. 2 matches on this. TBS Championship, Hikaru Shida is going to put the title up on the line against Queen Aminata. I know people want Queen Aminata to finally have singles gold, and she will eventually. But I don't think this is a match where it's going to happen. Shida, like I said, when she had her TBS title match last week, she just got the belt. So I think Shida's going to retain. The other one, the TNT title on the card, I mentioned Kevin Knight. One of those people I think Hangman Adam Page has his eye on in terms of can Hangman Adam Page beat Kevin Knight's ass for the TNT Championship? Yeah, probably. He's going up against AR Fox. Another one on this match, I'm going to do a third match, I'm sorry, is Tommaso Ciampa versus Myron Reed of the Rascals. That should be a good one. And then we got a whole bunch of other stuff on this. We got Brawling Birds, Alex Winter, Jamie Hayter in action. We're going to hear from Mercedes Moné. So that is AEW Collision for, I wonder what the first match will be. If you're referring to Saturday night's main event, if I had to pick, I'd get the women's tag team title match. That would be the best one, I think. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's starting now, I noticed. So that's definitely going to be something. So here we go. Take that off. Now, I'm going to ask everyone a question, everyone in the chat and anyone watching across YouTube. Would you be interested in wanting to doing an extended show where you can watch and react live to AEW as it's happening, like when Collision comes on? Roman, okay. But here we go. So if you're interested and you want to do a little live reaction to AEW Collision as it's happening, if you're interested, you could please subscribe to the ETB Network YouTube channel and leave a message saying you want to see a BTR watch along, Between the Ropes watch along of AEW Collision. Like we could check out maybe like the beginning segment or the first match on the card, anything. Just leave a message. And there we go. I'm going to give you the ticker right here. And also, another big thing, you can check out this show, follow the show on social media at BTRETB. And the big one, of course, youtube.com/ETB Network. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And also, you can subscribe to the channel and leave a message saying you want to see a Between the Ropes watch along, say, AEW Collision. You can check it out right now at TNT, HBO Max. Check that out. So if you want to do that, leave a message, and we'll see how it goes. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and thank you everyone in the chat, and thank you to the 154 people watching me live. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Enjoy AEW Collision on HBO Max and TNT. Enjoy Saturday night's main event on Peacock. And I will see you folks next week with a new episode of Between the Ropes. See ya.